Those are the headlines, and we head to the Gulf for our first story. And German Chancellor Friedrich Merz met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Riyadh as part of a three-day tour of Saudi Arabia, Qatar and the UAE. The visit is focused on strengthening energy and arms partnerships while reducing Germany's dependence on the US and China. Merz stressed the need for such partnerships as political influence is more increasingly dominated by major powers. The tour is a key part of Germany's effort to diversify global alliances, coming after Merz's visit to Brazil, South Africa and India last year and last month. In the Gulf, Merz is seeking deeper cooperation in both energy and armaments, with Germany adopting a less restrictive approach to arms exports. This tour signals a shift in Germany's foreign policy strategy to align with new global partners. Joining us now is Collins Chong-Yu-Keat, a foreign affairs, security and strategy analyst. He joins us live from Kuala Lumpur. Thank you very much for joining us, Collins. It's great to speak to you as always. What does this signal about Germany's new strategy when it comes to Merz's visit here? He's touring the entire Gulf with Abu Dhabi, Dubai, among other regional powers on his roster for the next few days. What does this say about Germany's foreign policy right now?
Well, we have seen how the tour reflects this broader shift with Germany in terms of prioritizing more on the core areas of economic and strategic returns in terms of investment, energy security and geopolitical maneuvering. We have seen how this is also a departure from this emphasis on values, and of course also this is also a strategic fallback option for Germany. We have seen how the importance of the Gulf, especially Saudi Arabia, in terms of securing the needed energy security and supply chain resilience. And also this is a narrative, there's this new emerging narrative that Germany is now anchoring itself deeper into this wider network of the Indo-Pacific as well as on the Middle East, and also maybe jettisoning itself from past conventional trap of leaning heavily on the consensus basis and framework of the EU as a whole. So this this new tour and drive is a signal of this new willingness to act faster, more independently of the EU, somewhat closer to the styles of both the US and UK. So, and this also will elevate the status of Germany now as a credible and serious actor, especially in the sphere of deepening new presence and footprint in the Indo-Pacific and in the Middle East. So we have seen how this is a new alignment of Germany, more pragmatic alignment and posture to increase the returns in terms of energy security, as well as in line with this more of strategic realist approach to prioritize the needs and national interests of Germany, especially in the short-term period. Thomas.
And of course, the shock of losing Russian energy in 2022 exposed Germany's vulnerability to a rapid search for alternative suppliers. Is this Gulf outreach primarily about energy security, or is energy being used as the gateway for a much broader geopolitical alignment?
It is part of the equation, of course. We cannot discount of course, also the factors of this transition away from this conventional trap of the past, and the need also for Germany to have this shift from its previous trappings of its foreign policies to play a deeper role. We have seen that before over the past couple of years now with increased power presence in Southeast Asia in terms of pragmatic power posture and hard power display in this part of the world. But also, of course, we've seen how the compelling need to strengthen the energy options and needs for Germany, especially for the next decade. And Saudi Arabia now represents this strategic pillar in terms of energy transition, not only being bound by this conventional fossil fuel-led growth, but also with the parallel approaches and models of Saudi Arabia now that is also in line with Germany's new focus areas in terms of green hydrogen, in terms of this whole model of energy transition. But primarily it is to secure the needs for the short term for both countries, especially for Germany, the security, the energy security that is needed from this region, especially from Saudi Arabia, will be paramount. And also this will also mark a decisive phase in terms of this granting this new geopolitical access to Germany in terms of the wider Middle Eastern region as well as the Gulf region, and also to represent a wider footprint in the platform of the global South. This is also a continuation of that push, but more emphasis is being put on the importance of diplomacy and energy security also especially for Germany in the transition towards jettisoning away from this reliance on Russia.
Collins, do stay with us as we turn to East Asia for our next story. And China has opposed the United States' plan to create a preferential